What's the deal, everyone? What's the deal? We're back for another Asian session. I got good news and I got bad news. Bad news. Should I start with the bad news or the good news? Bad news is my computer is still out of commission. Still not back. So we can't do the whole entry. We can't do the we can't do none of that. Right? I sound better? No, I'm just extra medicated. I was prepared today, so I got like a little pyramid of meds, and I slowly make my way down the pyramid. Oh, the good news, I saved 15% on my car insurance by switching to Geico. That was the good news. All right. So, no computer, but 15% saved, right? We're starting the new computer fund. Chat, got a Geico sponsorship now, imagine. Yeah, I'm gonna unseat Flo from Progressive and be the Geico. I'm gonna unseat the... Yo, with my lizard tank, when my lizard tank comes back, I might as well have a fucking Geico sponsorship. I'm gonna get the Geico Gecko into my lizard tank. Geico, here we come. Yo, all that lizard tank is missing is the Geico Gecko. Oh shit. So, no, the computer's done, right? But it's not gonna be here today, it's gonna be here tomorrow. I got a whole another issue because of the cooler that I use. Now I need new fans. I mean, I got enough fans here, right, on chat, but I need 7 new fans for the PC. Not for the sake of it working, but for the sake of it looking pretty. Otherwise, it's just all over the place. It's hard to hear me? Turn the music down. Really? Is this better? Let me get a A-OK if we're good to go. Try 12K on that laptop. No, that shit's gonna get returned real quick tomorrow. Just so I can have my shit back. Yeah, anyway, we're good to go. Let's get into the charts. It's looking really juicy tonight. Really nice. I'm digging what I'm seeing. I think we have massive potential. The daily has closed bearish. It closed bearish at this little support, but below the most recent. I think we could fill the daily wick because we have no current bottom daily wick. We've made a top wick as we opened up. Let's see if we can come down and flip on the daily. The previous 4-hour closed bullish, current 4 hours bullish, but if we can break the current 4-hour lows, it wouldn't be too bad. All right, where can we take advantage of these sells? We are bearish for the day, right? Where can we take advantage of these sells? The hourly kind of looks like it's having a little range 2 forming right here. If we form a resistance here, anything above this 1991.797 will be our range 2 breakout. But for now, we need to take sells back in the range. Where can we take these sells? Honestly, I really like this area on the hourly right here. And we'll probably move it down the way it looks. I think somewhere around here. Okay, let's get it to 5. Yep, perfect. Perfecto. Muy perfecto. Oh shit, let me admit some people in here. Yeah, this looks good. Look at these closures over here. Right. Closure right here. Just drove down. Close right here. Just drove down. Didn't really close, just drove straight to this area. So we tend to drive to these areas at the very least. This range will be a 20 pip range. So we could take advantage of something in that range once we start closing below that area. That's over there. Over here, if we come a little more recent, you guys see as well. Same thing. Close below, reach this area, respected, reach this area, close below this area. So common denominator here, right? Probably the same range. Yep, the same 20, 25 pips. So once we get a closure below this area, we will look for sells. Bada bing, bada boom. Sells below this area. Remember, that's not an off the rip signal. That's just an area where you want to start paying attention to the chart. So really more of an alert. And where can we take buys? Above what area? Hold on, let me see. I want to see the range where we can actually head down to here on the hourly. And yeah, I believe 1980, 1978 is very doable here for the night. So solid areas. And if we want to see some buys, honestly, for me to take buys, I need this current candle to close bearish. I need it to close bearish and then re-break the highs. And ideally, that's not what happens today, but it can. Let's see where we can take some positions. Buys above this area. Seems that we have nice potential to drive when we're driving up and close above that area. Same thing. Closed above, drove up, closed above, drove up. Respected here. Drove up to this area. Closed above, drove up. This one just drove straight through. Seems like we're getting this area right here as our advantage point. See how much range is there. It's roughly 10 pips for an advantage on buys. Maybe it'll be better to wait that range out and get an even higher closure. Let's see how we close if we come up above here. What's the 1 hour looking like? So yeah, for a closure above, for a buys, I'd need a closure above 1991.92 and a resistance formed. So if we can get that done, I'll look for buys. We're not too far from there. But I need to see a drive off of support for buys. And that drive off of support will only come after we form a resistance, and then we form a support, forming a range. And then if we break, right, if we close above here, right, I'm gonna need a resistance formed above here in order for me to break it, right? In order for us to break a resistance, we gotta form a resistance. If we can form this, right, and then break that resistance, then we can take buys over here, right, off the rip to head up. Or if we end up even making a steeper range, right, make a steeper range, for example, come down here, and end up coming down here. This would be very key, because a closure below this area, a closure below this area would indicate we're going to continue heading down. But if we respect that area like that and then start heading back up, making our way back up, right, at that point, this right here, this closure right here was your resistance. Now that you're breaking it like this over here with all of this printing, or you're breaking it like this with just this printing, anything above this area right here is good to go for buys. Right? Fill this range, fill this range. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going to be looking for the evening. And outside of this, I'm going to be looking for the Knicks to knock the Cavs out the playoffs. Right. Chat, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you for joining us. Drop a like, sub to the channel. 333 watching. Let's get this shit to 600-700. We were at 800 all of last week, chat. We have a lot of there's a lot of volume in the markets. There's a lot of potential for this evening. If we break below, especially if we close below 1987.47 with the daily flip, buy. There's a lot of potential, so it should be a fire stream the next 2 hours. Sit back, relax, and take notes as I take tokes of this marijuana smoke. Which reminds me, in order to take tokes, one needs a lighter. Bars. Locked up, they won't let me out. Hold on, let me open something. Crack a window, crack something. You know what it is, chat? As soon as I start talking, my nose gets a little fogged up and runny. The only thing that helps that is that Cryptochronic kind of like. Oh yeah. Like Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. You guys remember that? Step into a Slim Jim. Ooh yeah. Sells below 1987 flat. Cleaner as you look left. 21st of April. There's a support on the 5. Low 1987 flat. April 21st. Yeah, I see what you're saying. This area right here. But I also believe every order that was there, that little support, and the reason it bounced, has since been cleared out many times over. Just right, it's been, these orders here were cleared out many times over. Look at all these wicks clearing all these levels out, and look at that, all that. So yeah, I know we've formed levels since then, and we shouldn't see any much play there. Zoom, please let me in the room. Oh, is there a waiting room right now? Hold on, let me check. It usually tells me, but that's why, because I'm annotating. View. Oh, 4 people. Yeah. My bad. Wix, do you have a private Zoom session? Yes, there's people on Zoom that are getting no YouTube delays, and we have Sundays Unfiltered. So whoever's at Wix's table is there for Sundays Unfiltered, and it's a private stream. It's on YouTube, but it's private. It's maybe like 7-8 people. Last time we did it, right? We did it only one time. It was like 6 people, and it was a private session on Sunday Asian, right? And then I just made it public right after the session. Sorry, Wix, do you mind to explain what do you mean when the messy range at the left has been cleared out? I mean, you're talking about a level right here, right? We were talking about 87 flat here, right? And that levels, this is right now, it's the 24th, 25th over here, whatever it is. Yeah, the 25th. That level was formed, that you were talking about, was formed on the 21st. Since then, we've driven through that price, down, up, right here, right? You see it, drove up through it, drove down through it, wicked all about around that price. If there was ever any orders that remained there, they were all filled through all this play right in that area. And since then, we've driven down, we've driven up, we've driven down, we've driven up, right? So there hasn't been much play in that area except just drives since those little ranges were created. And all I mean is every order that was at that price point probably doesn't exist anymore, because look how many times we've been through that level. So now I believe the same thing, that, and I don't just think it, I believe it with high degree of probability, because look, we've now last 3 times through this area, we just drove through it. So next time we come down here, we're going to drive through it. Always a waiting room on Zoom? Oh, I forget. You understand? You gotta tell me, and I let you in. But everyone's in right now. Not everyone. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 people. 5 people. Can't see the charts? Is it just me? Why can't you see the charts? Wait, people on Zoom can't see it? Tell me right now. I gotta know. You'll be able to see it for a fact tomorrow once my PC's back, but right now if you can't see it, I gotta fix it. I got it, never mind. I can see it. You were probably on a different screen. You probably swipe left or swipe right. Chandra got it. Hey. Wix, did you get the cells this morning? I did. You notice you missed 1 day due to your PC being broken. Now we got half the people. At least the ones here now are the real ones. Yeah. We had 800 all of last week. I missed 1 day. 1 day, chat. 400, barely. It's all right. All I know is we haven't had a loss since February 15th on stream. February motherfucking 15th. It's not counting all the wins in New York. I got in the cells also with Don this morning. Price. We had some nice pineapples this morning for cells. Bambaklat Aras. Wix 10. You see what it is? Wix 10, right? Paul shows up over here to drop $1.99, acting like I didn't see him this morning dropping $1.50. How you sponsor a pair of Yeezys for Don and then show up and buy me a juicy fruit? Chat, can somebody donate $2 and blow this man out the water right now with their $2? I want 201. Oh, shoot. How did your position, New York position go, Wix? I had 20 pips and I had 10 pips. I had pineapples, and one closed at 20, one closed at 10. Valentino, $4.99. Appreciate the support. Fucking blowing Paul out the water right now. Yo, chat, I'm just in a good mood because right now the Knicks are up 15 in Cleveland. What's a pineapple? It's a delicious fruit. Need to mention more how much you make us also money. Yes, well, if we haven't had a loss since February 15th, we've made some money. Over 2 months. Can we see 501? Yes, I need one of those auction guys, the auctioneers over here. 501, I see 501. Do I see 502? 502, anyone? Do I hear 502? Anyone in the crowd? 502, anyone? Yes, 502. Love Von, the 999. Thank you very much. Wait, hold on. You guys are too fast for me. 999. Thank you, Paul. Paul said, no, fuck that. I could do better. You know what it is? I know why Paul started with 199. He knew he was going to be up in it. He knew there was going to be a battle because at Wix's stream, there's always a petty dono battle. Paul knew he was going to have to put out today. Paul, you know what that is? Paul just, what's that? There's an equivalent of that in poker. When you let someone bet into you, when you have the nuts and you keep checking to let someone bet into you. What's the name of that? Yeah, you limp in with the nuts, but right? But when you check down the nuts in order to have someone bet into you, what's that called? No, I think there's a name for it. People hate when you do that, right? You got the best hand and you don't bet it, and you just check it and let people bet into you. That'll fucking put somebody on tilt. That'll definitely put you on tilt. Yeah, it's called slow playing. There you go. Paul slow played his position here. Starting with 199 here. Annie Shorters, bro really likes begging for no. No, it's a thing here. It's the petty dollar. It's a thing here. You'll get it one day. You'll understand one day. Just keep showing up. So. How to learn strategies? Just keep showing up. Been here for ages. You bang for donuts when you claim to have a six-figure account. Yes. Uh-oh. Green's ready with it. I think Green knows the song that comes before this. He's always ready for this. Why is it not turning up? There we go. No, gatekeeping the track list. The Paris sellers, just look it up on YouTube. Look at that, we got the 30 close. Right at resistance. Below this level. This will be interesting for the hourly. Because we made a bottom wick for the previous 30, so this will be interesting how the hourly closes here. Whew. That was good. Back to your seats, everybody. Back to your seats. Fuck trading, just vibing. Word. $8.30 here, huh? Now I'm looking for a closure here above this area in 1 minute. Looking solid, man. Everything's bullish. We just broke the previous 4-hour high as well too here, right? No, we broke it earlier. 2 candles ago. If we get up, I'm looking at the levels back here, but if we close above 91.91, we might have positions off the rip. This is, if you look to the left here, it's just clean as hell. When you set RTBO, do you pay attention to SRV instead of 0.5 plus 30 minute time frame, or you want 1 hour instead of 5 or 15? Am I correct? I had not more attention to one or the other. I paid attention to all of them. I just want them all to line up and tell me the same thing. They don't have to tell me this. They don't have to tell me the exact same thing, right? But the story overall has to be telling me what the 5 has to be telling me the same thing that the hourly is indicating, or the 30s indicate, you know, what we can expect off the 4-hour. They all have to be kind of forming, you know, the same puzzle. They're different pieces of the same puzzle. They kind of start, they have to all fit together in order for me to start thinking about the range to break out. worked too hard. What happened? Hold the hip. What's the time frame? What range are we talking? Are we taking for buy? What is TP? I'm looking for buys above 91.91, and we need these closures above this area, in the next 5-minute candle, ideally. The last 15 of the 4-hour is, I don't really want to trade it because I think we are bearish overall, and I believe what we're doing right now is just creating the top wick for the daily to flip and drive down. So if that's the case, you know, buys here are going to be very short-lived. We have nice range to the left, but I'm going to go break even incredibly quickly, probably as soon as we hit our advantage point. For the buys, it was 10 pips. For sells, it was 20. Remember, we looked. So as soon as we hit 10, 11 pips, I'd be break even, and the rest would be house money. Not expecting runners for buys. I'm really expecting the daily flip and runners for that. If we could get that during the session instead of pre-London, that would be perfect. So we're going to need to see the daily flip here, right? And then we're going to need to see it come down even lower. 4-hour break. It's going to be the break of the previous 4-hour, because by the time that happens, this current 4-hour would have closed. The next 4-hour, ideally, right, will give us a top wick and look something like this. And as it's doing that, these areas, right, this is, you're getting 1-hour closures, 30 closures, 5-minute closures, and once you get closures below here, right below this area, somewhere right here, you can start taking positions now. At that point, all the time frames will be in our direction. The higher time frame would have flipped, and we can look to take this clean range down. The way it's closing right now, there's no buys here off the rip. It will be any closure above here. I'm gonna look for it to come back down into range. Maybe even tap 1980 levels, 1988, 89 levels before driving up. We close above here, okay? I want the wicks to come down somewhere into this area. Why no buys off the rip? Because it wouldn't fall in line with why does everyone keep saying the music's too loud? Look here, maybe I'll turn it even down, even further down. Because this would have to fall in line with the higher time frame, and with the hourly closing here, and the last 15 of the 4-hour, once we close above there, it's gonna, for us to take a buy. So okay, so let me draw it out for you, right? So we do come up here, and we're expecting to drive up. We need a top wick here. So if we start driving up, we can't just take a position. We're expecting a pullback, whether it pulls back to here or to here or to here, we don't know, but we're going to need a top wick. We don't know where it's going to come to. We know we need a top wick. That's number one. So if we're expecting this candle that closes above to come up here and pull back, we can't take a buy in the middle of this candle, right, as it's driving up, because we need it to pull back. And then the next candle, the next hourly candle, needs a bottom wick to drive. So, and before we said, right, what areas do we get that bottom wick to? 89, 88, we seem to drive previously. I just pointed those areas out. And then once we do come back above here and start flipping, we can take that. And it's not going to be all in one candle. This is what it would look like on the hourly and the 4-hour. Obviously on the 5-minute, this will show up in the form of a range. Right? Let's just start closing back above here. This is your flip on the higher time frame. Its closure is back above the range, and then you can start taking these positions up. Any room left in the Zoom? Did I miss you? Yes, right there. Just got you. Too loud. Is it still too loud? Wix reply, bro. I'm not staring. I'm a screen down today, so I don't have a dedicated screen for chat. If I miss you, which is always what happens to Damon. What am I answering? A question with pineapple is not the same thing. I don't know what's an added position. What's a pineapple? A pineapple is just a position that's been stacked, right? It's just stacking trades off one idea, off the same idea. If you're in a trade and you add a position with the same idea, just different entry, it could be the same entry. We call that a pineapple. Why? I don't fucking know. Just the nature of our stream. It's how we've evolved. Chat, let me ask you a serious question right now. What's wrong with my mic and what's wrong with the music? Is there an echo with the mic, or is the music too loud? Green, what are they saying? Green, you have this running on YouTube. Nothing wrong. All right. It was too loud. Now it's good. All right. Shit. At this point, we wait, chat. 8:45. We're about to close below. Still in the range. We wait for a higher time frame closure. Music louder than usual. Yeah, I'm streaming off a fucking iPod. Don't worry, chat. Tomorrow, my lizard tank will be back. Everything will be back to normal. Fingers crossed. Right? And obviously, I'm going to use Paul's donations from today to pay for my PC. Where's TP area? I will let you know when there's a position area. Thank God you get your color back, right? Oh, I got no color in the room right now. There's nothing shining at me, right? Fuck the color. I missed the stream. Still trading, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same without you guys. I think my medication's wearing off. Took a Sudafed something. Sudafed DM PE RX GTR. It was some kind of Sudafed. It was a Sudafed Type S M Sport. Man's about to fall asleep on stream. Yo. You guys are lucky that I ain't up the dose. Imagine I was taking a shot after every time Don said top wick. Do you really have a lizard tank, or is that a PC? When I get it back tomorrow, we'll see. Just checked in the Zoom. What up, Bowser? There you go. Smoking bongs or spliffs. That reminds me. My joint's outside. The lizard lives in the PC? Yes. I miss the colors right here next to me, just like all shining and stuff. But right now, the PC that's coming back, it's gonna have prettier colors. I used to have it was a white case, right, with a black cooler inside and black wiring. It should come back with a white case, a white cooler, white wiring. I should be drunk. 10 minutes on this hourly. What are we gonna do? You want the 4 hour to close. If it's gonna come up here, the 4 hour should technically close above 91.6. But right now, as of right now, it's still respecting that area, right? I like you. I like you too, Shirley. Now drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on the notifications, and if you got an iPhone, tell, hey Siri, remind me Wix 9 is on at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, every evening. Boom. Wix sick? Yes. No, the cold is Wix. Wix doesn't have a cold. The cold has Wix. What's good? What's the deal? Wix need Wix. Wix need Wix. Does comics move more than Asian session? What the open and comics is 1 5-minute candle. Asian session is for us right here on stream. It's 2 hours on stream, but it's the whole session. Joe, let's go into look over tops. Good setup, bro. Got some hell good runners. Yeah, there was some nice positions today. You and Don not touch GJ that much anymore? Yeah. Pretty much. Good observation. Still respecting this level here, huh? What's the score? Oh, it's just halftime. Oh no, it's not. Fourth quarter. Knicks only up by 12. I thought they were giving them buckets. I'm really lost. I watch you all the time, but I don't know when to buy and when to sell. Well, I always say when to buy and when to sell, so you can follow. But if you're trying to do this on your own, you have to practice on your own. I don't know how long you've been here. You got to be here for a little while to really understand and be in tune with what we're doing and to follow along appropriately. Does comics determine the direction for the day, or could it be a takeout possibly? Comics is a 5-minute candle that drives price in the direction of price action typically. But that's it. It's just an opening. It's just the Chicago or the Commodities Exchange Open. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, I think that's what it's called. But does the rest of the day depend on the comics? No, it's just irrelevant. It's just a market opening. It'll give you volume. That's what comics will do. So if you have a bias, or if you have a place where you can take a position, you're at that area and comics is coming in, you can be pretty confident that it'll drive price in your direction. You can be on Don's stream in the morning. Yes, I will be on Don's stream tomorrow morning. Someone ban this guy. Says the mod. You always trade the same strategy. You changed it up. We didn't change it up. It just kind of evolved over the course of 3 years. We've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years on Don's stream. 8 months on this stream. But overall, I've been on Don's stream for 3 years, and we've been doing this for a long time. It's not that it's changed. It's just gotten more precise. It's gotten more profitable. It's gotten a better win rate. It's improved overall. This strategy, it's just been optimized. My own trading has been optimized, right? That's the goal here. You guys should be coming in here and getting better every day. Optimize your own trading. Build your own strategy. Build the strategy that you've been building. Just build it. Keep building on top of what you know. Going down here, we might get a daily flip here. The only thing is, yeah, you're getting a bearish candle closing that just closed on the 30. The hourly is about to close bearish at resistance here. I really want the hourly to close below 91.13. Yo, the Knicks always do this. They always let a team back in the game. Pisses me off. Well, I say use if I only have a 1K account. If you're asking me that, you should be using 0.01. So you can figure out what you're comfortable with. When do you think your computer will get fixed? It's already fixed. I just spoke to the guy. It's fixed, but I gotta go and pick it up. And tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go and pick it up. And by tomorrow's stream, tomorrow's Asian session, things should be back to normal. Wix, how do I identify a fake out? Well, if it's coming from range 1 to range 2, you'll most likely see a fake out back into range 1. And if it's heading from range 2 away from range 1 to range 3, you'll probably keep driving. How would you know that? You can see it. Thank you. See. All right, so let's say you came down here, you created, what up, Adam? So you came down here, created a support, came up, created a resistance, right? Some resistance, support, closed outside the range. This is your range 1, now this is range 2. The probability of this driving up is much less than the probability of it coming back down in range, and that's what it did here. It came back down. It's an ugly example, but still, just because it's a mean range here, but on a small time frame you would see it. Now that you're up over here at the top of range 2, a closure above here, there's a higher chance for it to drive up than for it to come down. This is more likely than this, just based on probability. What's the difference between a range 1 and a range 2? Yeah, it's going to be more than 4 days without hearing an air horn. No, you're going to hear an air horn tomorrow. Range 3 is just outside of range 2. Difference. All right, let's do this. I can sense panic. All right, so here we go. We come down, we create a support, we come up, we create a resistance. Range 1. Now we end up coming up again, create another resistance. Now we have range 1, range 2. Oh. Right? Now anything above this area would be a range 2 breakout, which means if we get a closure above here, it's more likely to drive than come back in range. Unlike when you're coming up from range 1, doing this, what happens when you come up from range 1 into range 2, you are more likely to come back down in range. And when you come up from range 2 to 3, you're more likely to continue driving. That's just what probability dictates from us sample sizing, right? This would be range 1, this would be range 2, this would be a breakout, this would be a fake out, this would be a no trade range, okay? That would be no trade. You ever seen traders do this and then do that? Well, this is what it would look like when it comes to us. Capiche? Push. Range 1 is more like coming back from range 2 to range 1 is a fake out, and it's more likely to happen if you get a closure outside of range 1 against the daily bias. If you're getting a closure outside range 1 with the daily bias, you're going to continue driving. Outside the range 1 against the daily bias, you are likely to come back into the range. But if you're getting that closure against the daily bias outside of range 2, that means you had enough volume to drive past range 1 if it makes sense logically in your head. Let's explain it that way, just not just the way candles print, but let's go through logic. If it had enough volume to just drive up instead of fake out, you are more likely to continue driving up once you're outside, and you have the volume to break out of range 2, right? So if you have the volume to actually, let's say, close above here, if you are able to do this, that means you had enough volume, right, to do what all of these candles could not. Look at all these candles, they couldn't break outside of that. But once you do it, it's telling you, hey, there's volume. And now you're above range 2. This is your direction. But you're respecting, and now you're coming back down. Ideally, the daily flips. And if we can see some kind of indication of that on the smaller time frame, we can be in there like swimwear. 4 hour just closed. 4 hour closed bullish. Let's see if we can break the previous 4 hour lows then, right? Because if we can break these lows and not come back up and flip bullish and stay below 1987.47, right? We get a close below here. We're going to come down, fill the range down to 1980. We're going to fill the wick on the daily. Because after coming up all the way here to range 2 and not being able to break it, and then coming down, re-breaking the daily lows, breaking the previous 4 hour, breaking the previous hourly, and then also closing below 1987.47 here where the 5 level lies, we're gonna take this deep dive down. And once we get below 87 here, if you'll notice, once we're here, right? Once we're at this area, every single time frame will be in our direction here. We will be below everything and well on our way to fill the daily wick right here. But it must happen. Right now, we are just barcoding. Oh man, I got this. I was gonna say herbal essences. I got this Earl Grey. Beauty analysis. Yes, thank you. The more you learn, the less weak you can get. What's more probability today? Right now, we're in a 50-50 range because we've reached a resistance at range 2. We can either come back down because right now we're holding it, or we can close above and continue going up. Can this be the bottom wick for this current 4 hour to continue driving up? Or are we on our way back down to flip on the daily? We had the same dilemma this morning when we showed up to the charts, and the 4 and the 1 were telling the opposite stories, and eventually the higher time frame won, right? The 4 hour beat the hourly. So I'm going to apply the same concept here. And where are we heading? Are we going up on the 4 hour? Or are we heading down on the daily? We could be doing both. We could be heading down on the daily later, but overall, probability dictates the daily will flip and head down. Your mic is stripping. Why does everyone keep telling me your mic is stripping? People are trolling now, huh? Does the free upcoming course come with all this information that you're giving out? What free upcoming course? You mean the in-person? The in-person in Miami. Yeah, Don discusses all of this. This is like, I'm sure he's going to go over this. Range 1s, range 2s. Yeah, he's getting prepared to be able to explain all this to you guys while trading live also. I'll show up for half the week. I'll be there. Hello, sir. You also trade GJ, please? No. Is there a course? Yes. How tall are you? Like 5'6"? No. How about no? Oh, I was wondering, like, are we making mom today? Like what? Money. Yeah, chat. That's my favorite superpower. Make money. Wix is at least 6 feet? No, I'm not. My ID says 5'10", but I don't believe that shit either. I think I'm around 5'9". But my ID says 5'10". I literally hear you with my laptop speaker. Okay. Not sure if that's a good thing. We are holding here. Holding. Damn, you look kind of tall in videos. Yeah. Did a thing? Yeah, the damn thing. 6'9", standing on my money. That was true. Donna's probably like 12 feet tall right now. How did you come up with Wix? I mean, just did. I always say it came to me in a dream. You trade options too, or just Forex? No, I only trade gold. What time frame does the new range need to be formed on? We need to get out of the range that we're in. If it breaks above, I don't think it'll break above. Yeah, if it breaks above, we're gonna need to, depending, okay, so here's the thing. At this point, if it breaks above, we'll probably take them off the rip. We'll see, because for us to take it off the rip, I also want to see a wick somewhere to the 80. Remember, we were talking about 88, 87 area before heading back up there. So if this gives us a wick to around even 89, 88 areas, and we come back up here and close above 91.91, I'm going to take it off the rip. But the probability of that happening here is a lot less likely than of us flipping on the daily. Are you in a trade? No. I announce beforehand, during, and after. I'll let you know before the trade happens. When I'm getting in it, I'll let you know as I'm pressing the buy or sell button. And I'll let you know what my stops are during the trade. Are you a copy trader in any platform? And are you actually located in Asia? No. I am in sunny South Florida. Right? And I do not run a PAM. 8 a.m. in Thailand. Thailand. Shout out Asia. Shout out palm trees. You're from Texas? What are you doing in Thailand? Vacation. Why are you trading? Paying for the vacation. How many days a week you work out? This week I have been to the gym exactly 0 times. I've been sick and I've been dealing with my computer. I have not gone to the gym since Friday of last week. Typically, I try to go every day as much as I can. Do I get in every day? No. Life throws curveballs at you, and there's going to be natural days off you got to take. Other than that, every day that I can, I'll go in there. Roughly, I average roughly 4 to 5 days a week in the gym. Damn, all your strength is gone now. You got to start all over. No, like a week back in, and it's a week into the gym, and like there's muscle memory, right? So all your muscles come right back as long as you're eating right. My traps are feeling a little light, like the last few days, right? Like typically I even feel the pump in my traps. This whole week, like right now, you ever go to the gym, and then like you get sick and you just feel weak. It's like I feel like a weakling because I haven't been in there in like 5 days. And like I said, I'm a gym rat. I love the gym. I go to the gym, I stay there. It's alright though. Everything feels heavier, but one session in the gym and then you're right back into the flow of things. Give me one sec. I think it's raining. Yeah, Chad, it started raining. My joint almost got wet here. Hold on. It's thunderstorming again, Chad. Give me one sec. Shameless Asian plug. Followed me on IG. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Drop a like. Sub to the channel. We're on our way to 100K chat. 100K subs incoming. So you look at yesterday's candle, which is bearish, right? Then you're like, give me 1 sec. Hold on. They're yelling. Hold on. You guys would not believe what my kids are fighting over right now. Come on, just to support and like your Asian session. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate you. It's okay, so back to the question. The daily, previous day bearish, right? And then you look at the 4 hour and it's bullish and you don't get it. So if we have a bearish bias and the previous 4 hours bullish, we really can't trade until we either break the previous 4 hour low, in which case this bearish candle will break this bullish low, indicating we have momentum to go down. Or if we don't break that low, we're going to need to wait for this 4 hour bearish candle to close. If once it closes bearish, then we would have that falling in line with our daily bias. So what we're waiting for is for this, with us being daily bearish, and we're waiting on this daily flip to continue down bearish and fill the daily wick. We're also going to need the previous 4 hour low to break. We're also going to need the previous hourly low to break, which it already did. We're going to need to close below this 5-minute range, this 5-minute resistance where we drive off from. At that point, everything will be in our favor, right? In our direction. Until then, it's just mixed feelings here. Congrats, the Knicks are moving on to is the game over? The game end? Did I miss it? Hold up. Did you take ashwagandha post-workout? No. Gummy bears? I love gummy bears right after the gym. I have a whole bag of gummy bears. As soon as I walk out of the gym, I just get a handful. I eat them, right? Because it spikes your insulin. And an insulin spike is important to deliver protein to rip muscles. Knicks are up 10? Yeah, I know. They were up 18, and then Cleveland came back. I mean, anything can happen, right? And right now, do you see what Miami's doing with Milwaukee? Because Giannis is out. Same thing can happen in Philly. Like, I'm not saying someone's going to hurt Embiid. I'm just saying, like, it could happen. Oh, Embiid's out? Rah. What do you mean Embiid's out? For the next series, it's gonna be tough. I think the Knicks could make it to the Eastern Finals, the way like the injuries are playing out. And then, you know, all you gotta do is like push around Tatum for a little while. I think Boston's going to the finals, yeah, but I don't think it's Philly. But like, sport, right? So things can happen. And the way it's setting up right now, it's the Eastern Conference is setting up so like maybe an underdog can sneak in there. Nothing I can do here at the moment, chat, because the 4 hour still didn't break the previous 4 hour low. At any moment we can flip and drive up, right? That's why I must wait for what we need for our plan. Likes? Yeah, deuce, 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 likes. Oh, you getting lit right now. I'm not talking to you, Chad. I'm not going to say top wick. I'm talking to my candle. It's about to get lit. Yeah, the candle's lit. 500 watching, let's go. That's half the people we're used to. Last week treated us very nicely. What team from East do you think will lose to the Suns in the finals? All of them? Any of them? Are you a full-time day trader? I would not wish that on anyone. I spend half the time trading that any person would spend at a regular job. It's my full-time income, yeah. I use trading for income. And like I said, it opens up many, many doors by being able to have time freedom. And let me tell you, time is way more valuable than any money you can get. Time's way more valuable, right? Because you can get more money, right? You can never get more time. Never gonna get more time. You can go out and get more money though. So that's why I say time is a lot more important. This frees up so much time for me while also providing a really good income that it opens up doors and opportunities for me to do a whole bunch of other things in life. But you should never spend 8 hours on a chart. It should never be a full-time job. It should be a part-time job with full-time income, with more than full-time income. It's going to close above. If it does, we'll see it happen. This would be interesting if it closes above here. Oh, we flipped. Look at that. We flipped bullish. We created a bottom wick here. Previous 30 broke the previous hourly and respected the 4 hour, right? Look at that. The 4 hour has never broke the lows here. Bottom wick came up. If we close above here at the 30-minute time frame, it might be an off the rip move if we do close above. Let's see. Yeah, we'd be looking roughly at 35, 36 pip stops for closure above. Patience here, chat. Patience. Every time makes more sense. Now I can go back and do more testing. Yes. Yeah, I was not feeling it this morning. How long you usually hold your trades for? It's not about, I don't hold them for a specific amount of time, and I don't have a specific amount I'm trying to earn. Everything depends on what the market gives. Market could give us a 10-second move. It could give us a couple of hours, you know, until it drives. The key here, the way we trade, is to predict the volume candle, right, with a high degree of probability. So that typically, ideally, we're in for one candle. We want to be in for the candle that drives, right? Does it always happen? No, we're not perfect. We're not, you know. What we do here isn't the holy grail, but it's quite profitable. And if you keep doing this over and over and over and don't switch up, you know, you'll find profitability. Celery same as impulse entry? I don't know, what's your definition of an impulse entry? Is it you being impulsive and entering when the price is moving without having a plan? Or is it entering while the candle is moving with no closure, just in the middle of a candle while having a plan? I don't know, it all depends how you define impulse. Consider yourself a scalp? I don't know, I just trade, right? I don't know, like, yeah, our positions I think would be overall considered more of scalps, right? They're daily positions, or they're session positions. We scalp our ranges and we keep it moving. The second one. It's irrelevant. I don't care if it's an impulse entry or not. How about that? As long as you win. There's no benefit to impulse entries over closures or like non-impulse entries. I honestly wouldn't define the celery play as an impulse position because it's a play that I have a plan for. None of my positions are impulsive. Even I could have a trade that opens. You guys defined impulsive by a trade that happens in the middle of a candle, right? As the candle is running, you take a position. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't find it impulsive if you had a plan for a trade at that level and you have a exit plan and you have a risk management plan, right? Then I don't think it's impulsive. I think it's planned for. Who cares, right? As long as you have a plan, make sure you have a plan for the entire position, the entire ride. Make sure you know what you're going to do for the entire ride. You know where you're going to enter, why you're going to, you know where you're going to manage risk, when, why, how you're going to manage risk, right? So the 30 closed bear, respecting this, right? keep respecting this area. Will this be it? There you go, Falcon Flare. Definition of impulsive is something. That's why I said I wouldn't consider something without a plan. I mean, something with a plan impulsive, even if it's in the middle of a candle. I have a plan. Enter on impulse. That's not a good plan. You guys are funny. Yeah, chat. All right, we're breaking up here. If this can hold up, might be an off the rip position. So this level here is about 10 pips. Above it is, let's see. We got a minute here. If it closes the way it is right now, I'm going to take it off the rip. I'm going to have buys here once this candle closes. But remember, chat, this is against the daily bias. So know that the expectation of runners here isn't as high. Well, it depends how high this drives here, because this might not leave us enough range till our advantage point, and then we'd have to wait for buys. Oh, no, wait. Chat, I'm not in a position here. If we get a bottom wick here, I'll strongly consider a position here. Did it come down, reflip? If it comes down and gives us a bottom wick, I'll have buy stops on the rebreak of the candle high. This drove a lot. What are stops here? 55 pip stops. Okay, so at this point, now that we've kind of switched our bias here. Oop, there it goes. Yeah, I wouldn't take any buy stops here. I wanted a bottom wick at least here, .91. I said if we get a bottom wick, we're gonna have buy stops above it. But right now, I'd want a bearish closure. No stop here for me. Yeah, ideally we get a bearish closure and then close right back above here. But if we don't, we might have more buys here in a minute. See how we came down here before, and then we had this little range right here, drove up. Same thing, we came down here now. Got this little range just drove up. It rejected at this area. Are we going to reject at this area to continue down? Oh no. Those were the ranges to take advantage of. Just drove through them. Well, drove through it. That one range that we were initially looking for. Wick square TP, I'm not in a position. May sound extreme, but I think the 1 minute would have given us a nice entry in the situation. Yes, maybe. Oh, all right. So we did close bear now. Chat, if we come back down here to around 91 areas, 92 areas, and close back above 93.89, it'll be buys off the rip. And for us to take sells, we'd need a range 2 breakout now in the bearish direction. We've had a bullish range 2. So now we're going to switch our bias for the session to bullish. Right. So if we switched our bias now to bullish, in order for us to take sells, we need a range 2, maybe around these areas. Until then, we can come down here, right? If we can do this. And then come back up and close back up above here. I'm going to take buys here off the rip to retest the highs and have runners. This is the only case I'll have runners in. If we just right now come back up here and close above here, I'll have a position off the rip. Probably will not attempt runners and use this as our advantage point. Happy 420 chat. Bid impulse passed me too. Him waiting for the right setup is why he has such a high limit. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like, people trade impulses, people trade news, people trade all different kinds of ways, right? It's just, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just different perspectives, that's it. I'm no more right than you are. I'm no more wrong than you are. I just have my perspective. And a lot of times, there's many people on this stream that have a very similar perspective. But there's also many people here that trade completely different and just like to vibe out with us, you know? Overall, knowledge is power. Knowledge guided by experience is the ultimate power. There we wait. One is, one isn't. What is 420? It's a holiday. It's right up there with Jesus' birthday and my birthday. It's right up there. Are you still on Trader's Domain? It's not my choice at this point. I'm still on Trader's Domain without it being my choice right now. Kyrie Perry, great holiday, young man. Yes. How's the beach today? It's beaching. How many lots you throwing in? This will probably be a 3-lot trade on this account. My typical lot size is 10s. The account I'm on right now, my lot size will be 3 in the trade. Trading MT4? No, MT5. You know people with 30 million stuck in Traders? No, yeah, I know some pretty large sums are stuck in there. That's why, like, you know, whatever sum I have, yeah, it's big, but it's not 30 million big. You know what I mean? You're risking 3,500 a trade sometimes. I've had trades where I risked more. All your entries is 5-minute time frame? No, but a lot of them are. $10 lots? Yeah, with 10 pips? Yeah, that would be $1,000. You smoke the whole day? No, I smoke whenever I want. I'm at work. When I get off, I'm going to rewatch the whole session because it really drops stocks. Thank you, Lavanda. Please make music volume down a little bit. Really? Like, it'll be muted. Can't. Like, the next one down. We're on 1 right now. Next one down is mute. Help me, I'm French, I don't speak English, says the guy that wrote that in English. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Wix9. forgot to like. Yeah, drop a like, chat, and sub to the channel. You speak French? Well, you can translate to that guy. That's all you and Don know? No, I know another phrase. Fuck, I forgot it. I do know another phrase, but I'm not saying it here. Really need is this remote. And the Knicks won, right? That game's over. About the Lakers. One lot is equals $10 per pip on gold, yes. Oh, 1K owned trading money versus buy challenge. 1K owned trading money and make that 1K last as long as you can. Even if you lose it, trade it at 0.01 to make it last as long as possible. I'm looking for this next 30 in 10 minutes to come down, break the lows of this previous 30. Once it does that, it's either going to drive down or it's going to come up here and break the highs again. Breaks the highs again, we'll take buys. Shameless Asian plugs worked. Almost. Didn't execute trade yesterday after waiting all day, and it looks like it's going to happen again. Wicks will soon go off live. Time is ticking. It's not about trying to get a trade in within a session. It's just getting your trade in. Doesn't matter if I'm here or not here. Yeah, right? We didn't take one yesterday. We didn't take one today, but we did take one in the morning. We did have a position midday, I think, yesterday. It has to set up the way I want it, not I need to get a trade in the time that I'm here. Not necessarily. Quality over quantity. Always. I mean, Greetings from Germany. Hey. What goes on? Are we going to take sells when it comes back into range 1? No. Give me 1 sec. I'll discuss it. We're not going to take sells as it comes back into range 1 because at this moment, our bias, now that we had a range 2 breakout, our bias switches bullish for the session. And if that's the case, I'm looking for buys above 93.890. My sells below level is still this area because now I need a range 2 breakout. And now at this point to come back down bearish. And that would mean that now this is range 1. Oh wait, what the fuck? This makes it range 1. And this is range 2. Now range 2 breakout would be below here, right? We get a candle below here. Range 2 breakout coming down. Right here. Our sells will show up over here. Nothing changes here. Unless we come down in this area, clear the range, come back up. Right, and then start coming back down. And close below these areas. Or actually these areas. Then we could take more sells down. 4 a.m. here, I'm tired. Go to sleep. Are we going to take sells when it comes back to range 1? Just any of y'all full-time trade, go to sleep if you're tired. Onion ready. It's from Germany. Let's get the volume going. Yes. Can't hear the music. That was funny. Man, you guys really danced out to that one. Do you have a job? If so, why are you low money on market? What do you mean low money on market? I have damn near $500,000 in the markets. Got a house in there. Tell me low money. I want my money back. My shit. See this, we got an hourly closing here. Hold on, Memphis won, right? Miami up 6. Wix has the ASMR relaxing voice. Will listen to reruns and sleep really well, dreaming of big piles of money. Yes. What is that shirt? This is Psycho Bunny. You in? No, I'm not in a trade right now. Why not in trade? Because I need to see what I want to see. Yeah, A lot of times we get what we want, but not exactly the way we want. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not being in every fucking position, every single trade. Candles do what we want a lot of times, but it's just analysis. Analysis is not what makes you profitable. It's execution. Bro, can you believe that 1.2 million? I can believe more. Memphis won, yeah. Ja's my boy. I love Ja. I think currently he's one of my favorite players right now in the league. That gun shit was really dumb, but this is gonna be a fun game right now. Warriors Kings. I want to see that. You look the face of the NBA. Yeah. So we had our close, right? We had the 1 hour close here. Close bullish. Driving up here. Chat, if we can come close below 91.91 here on the 5. Ideally we break 91.2 and close back above 91.91. I'll take buys off the rip. Also, chat, if this current 5 right now breaks the previous 5 low, I'm gonna have a buy stop. Let's see if it happens here in this 5. Let's check Insta. I'll check Insta after the stream. I trade supply and demand, and I see that as a demand zone. What? 91.91. Is it okay to take a sell from 93 to 98? If you're taking a sell from 93, you can go to 88. You can't go to 98. You'd have to buy to go to 98. I mean, our session is basically done here. I want to see a few candles play out here, Chad. But overall, I think we're done here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. If we can close above here at 93.89, I'll be in a position off the rip. UJ looks nice. So does my goldfish. I'm on the phone with my pops. I wasn't talking to you guys. I was on the phone. Chat. If we close above here, I think I'm gonna be. I think I'm gonna be in off the rip. We're outside our session time, but it's all good. Last time we had a trade this late, we sat for like an hour and a half for it to play out. But it's, I mean, we're getting all the right indications. Stops here are gonna be 50 pips. Look for about 85 here. 20 seconds, chat. Not waiting for a wick down. No. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the close above. There we go. I'm in a position here, chat. Off this candle closure. Give me 1 sec. Target. And these are my stops. 56 pips. I'm going to look to manage risk roughly at the 18 pip mark here. We filled the wick. This is our initial advantage point, but it's a minor advantage point. It's only about 7 pips here. I have 6 pips on the broker. It's not enough for me to really manage risk, and it's a minor level here. I think a better level is here at around 95.9, 95.8. 95.8, you can start looking to go break even. And did we break this high here? We broke the previous 30, right? Yeah, we broke that previous 30 high. It should come up here. Yeah, I saw 9. But another push, one more push so we could go break even and have this house money. We broke the previous 30. The higher time frames seem to be driving us up. We closed outside the range above. Every time frame's in our direction. But no, we haven't driven enough for me to manage risk yet. Right. Oh, chat, sorry I've neglected you. I don't have a chat screen that's dedicated to you right now. So I keep losing you. What do you mean couldn't understand it? I said it. I'm getting in on the close of the candle as soon as it closes. I'm at 9 pips here, chat. Oh, there we go. All right, stops to break even here, chat. And at least. And you know what? 18 pips. 90. No, I'm lying. I'm running at 13. Chat, I'm going to close right here at 15. No, I haven't closed yet. It's house. Yep, closing right here. I'm going to close right here at 15 on the dot, 16 pips. All right, I just closed full, 16 pips. I'm not in a trade no more. If it runs, it runs. It's against the daily bias. I said at around this area, at around 95.8. I'm going to look to manage risk, and I also said I'm not going to look for runners if we close above here. I'm going to look to play it range to range. We get any more closures above, I'll play it range to range because of the daily bias. The daily bias still being bear, and at any moment this could flip and just be a top wick for us to drive down on a daily. But we did have that range to fill. We took advantage of it. And congratulations to everybody. Another W. The streak continues. 16 pips. Good shit, everybody. Congratulations. Yeah, spam some dubs. It might run. I don't care. This is, you know, it hit our advantage point, which was this area right here. After this, I don't care. Anyway, that's our session. That's our trade. So remember what I said earlier. The key here is to really predict the volume candle with the high degree of probability. And we were in there for 5 minutes. This is our candle right here. Right? It ran for 20 pips. I closed at 16. I don't care if it runs another 50. You know, this is against, if this was with the daily bias, if we were bullish today, I would have trailed my stops to 10 pips in profit and let it rock. As we're getting to 30 now, I probably would have moved it to 20. But this is against the daily bias, so that's why I'm not in a position here any longer. But we are at, where are we at? We are at 25 wins, and we are at 14 straight W's. 36 pips. Yay! More than double of what I got. Congratulations. I late to entry. Can I buy limit? No, not at this point. You can, but... Hold on. Let me change this. Sick in all chat. Sick with no fucking lizard tank. And it's a W. 10 pips, thanks. Got 16 today. And I had 20 and 10 in the morning. So 30, 46 pips for the day total. I don't know why this record thing is so blurry. It's already done. 25. Break out the red panties, we're rich, baby. W's. Entered in my own pineapples wicks. Appreciate me to fish, not giving me fish. Yes. For sure. Yeah, this has a lot more room to come up here. I don't know if we'll do it now or if we'll arrange for a little bit, but there's a lot of room. How does that look here? Sorry, Chad. I was just looking at something. Oh, here we go. People in the Zoom spamming W. See you tomorrow. Thanks for the A1 breakdown. Now, sir, I want to learn a lot. When you explain and draw things out, really helps me out. How to view things and lay out. Thank you. Close 20 plus pips today. See you tomorrow. So look at that. We did get a trade today. We waited for past stream time, right? 2 hours and 10 minutes. We waited for a trade. Still a W. So we thought we weren't going to get a trade because we didn't get one yesterday, but we did. So congrats. Congratulations, everybody. Let me see what chat's saying. Thank you, Wix. Good night, all. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, we take a trade. After the trade, 100 people drop. 200 people leave. I'm still in risk-free. Still more to drive up. Yes, there's more to drive up, but I closed full. Red panties. You need right? Bring out the red panties. We're rich, baby. What's a pineapple? Multiple positions. All right. Chat. Congratulations on another W. Tomorrow, the Lizard Tank is back. We're going to be back here live 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube for another Asian session. And hopefully we'll be back to our regular air horn, smoothed out flow. Right? I can't wait to get my Lizard Tank back. Outside of that, be there tomorrow for Asian session and tomorrow morning for the New York session with Don Volt. Yeah, I'm getting well already. I'm much better than yesterday and this morning. I've been on meds all day, so I think tomorrow's even better. And let's continue the streak. Let's continue the growth. We missed that tank. Word. Mods, thank you so much. Green, Jay, I don't know where K is, but thank you so much. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Wix's table, Clubhouse. Join Wix's table, by the way, if you want to be on Asian session with us on the Zoom for the Sunday Unfiltered. Right. Outside of that, I think that's it. Have a good night, everybody. I know what you guys want to hear. I know what you guys want to hear. 3 times the charm, right? Is this it? Yeah. All right. And just like that,